Hey guys, I'm Tootie and this is Focus on the Flavor. And today we're going to do some cracklins. I'm going to show you how to do cracklins in a small pan. We're traveling, so we don't have all the stuff to do it in a big pot like we normally do. So I'm going to show you how to make a small batch of cracklins in a small pan and what you'll need to do it. It's very simple, and these cracklins will be way better than any cracklins you get from any store or pork rinds or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, God is good to us all the time, and we thank Him for everything He does for us. He gave us this beautiful day today. So I want to show you how to get started. I've got my pot already going. It's going to be you want to keep it on a real low temperature. So this takes a few hours to do. But you want it on a real low temperature. That right there is a little too hot already because I've had it on. The main thing is you want to keep it real low. I got to turn mine down, it's a little high. And you want to slowly extract the oil. You want to slowly extract the oil out of this pork belly. This is it's a whole pork belly, just one belly. So basically you want to slowly extract the oil out of it, and then they'll start frying themselves. So we're going to, it takes a while to get it started. So I'll come back every so often to show you what it looks like. But basically you just want to keep it real low temperature, get the oil extracted out of it. It could take you up 2 or 3 or 4 hours to do this. So this is a process, but it's a really simple process, and they are some of the best cracklins you'll ever eat. Once we start getting a little oil out of them, we'll be back to show you what we do then. Alright, so I've started rendering it down. It's turning brown. It's starting to get a little bit of the oil out of it. I'm doing it real slow. Keep it on a real low temperature. It'll start drawing the oil out, and then it'll start slowly frying itself. I recommend wearing an old shirt or something because you're going to get oil on your shirt or an apron. The reason I have 2 pots is because we will first start them off in here to extract the oil out of them. The lard, the oil, whatever you want to call it. And then we will transfer that oil to here and refry them once they get to a certain crisp. You want to constantly keep stirring them. Keep them stirred, keep them going, moving around. If you don't, they'll start sticking to the bottom. What you'll need to do this is to keep this real low. You'll need 2 pans. You don't have to have 2 pots. I got 2 because I'm just going to pour the oil in here. You can extract all the bits and pieces out of here and just use that oil in this pan to use 1 pan. But I like to just pour it into another pan. You'll also need some kind of metal spoon, wire. Do not use plastic. It won't work in it. It'll just melt it. So make sure you have some kind of metal spoon. And you'll need a drying rack or somewhere to get the oil off of it. And I'll show you the seasoning I make too. I make a homemade seasoning for it. Once they get fried, we'll get to that part later. But I just wanted to come back and show you kind of how they're looking. They're starting to turn brown. Starting to get some oil in the bottom of the pan. So everything's looking good. So we'll come back a little bit later as it gets a little further into the process. All right, we're back. We've been going for about an hour now, and as you can see, the meat is starting to get brown, starting to get kind of crisp. That's what you want. Starting to extract the oil out of it. So that's really good for what we need. We need to slowly get the oil out, fry it. So we'll do a real low temperature on this oil, and then when I put it over here, once we get it out, drain it, we'll take the lard and put it in here. We'll turn this up to around 350. Then we'll put them back in there to fry them, and I'll show you that process too. But right now we just want to bring you back and show you kind of what it's looking like. We're probably about 3/4 of the way through. I do mine a little faster than a lot of people. Some people cook them really slow, which is fine too. And I have been cooking these pretty slow because, like I said, we've been going for about an hour. If I had a normal pot where I was doing it, one of the witch's pots, I'd probably go a little slower. But anyway, they're coming out really good, and we'll be back as soon as I start frying them. All right, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you real quick that the oil in here is starting to get a lot of oil. We're starting to fry them down and get them crisp. They'll be real crunchy out of this oil, but once we start frying them over here, they'll get a little softer and start. I'll show you that process. But I'm just letting you know now that we got the oil coming out of them, plenty of oil. Now we're just kind of cooking them down slowly on low temperature, and then we'll start frying them over here in a minute. I'll talk to you about this real quick because as they come out of this oil, when they first come out and they're hot, you want to sprinkle them with your seasoning. And I like to make a just my own seasoning. I do garlic powder, salt, pepper, brown sugar, onion powder. Just whatever, make it your own. Just do whatever you want to do to it. But like that's most of the seasonings I put in here, and I put a little bit of Tony Sacchare's and just other seasonings. And I don't want to tell you how to do it. Just make your own. It's really good. And brown sugar, the brown sugar makes it really good, like a little barbecue taste or a little sweet taste. But anyway, just want to let you look at this real quick here. Next time we come back, I'll be having them out draining, and then I'll show you the process of frying them. And just let these cook down until the fat here renders down more, and you want it to be crunchy, the fat on the meat there. So, but we'll be back in a little bit, and I'll show you the fry process. All right, the cracklins have they cooked down. I'll show you what they look like now. They look like more like cracklins or pork rinds or whatever. We're gonna get them out of this oil here. And the reason you don't want to just turn this oil up here is because a lot of the pieces and bits and little pieces and stuff are stuck down on the bottom and floating around in here. And if you crank this up to high as you need it to fry these to get them crisp, you're just going to burn your oil. So that's why you do it really low to get it to looking like cracklins. Then after you get it like at this stage, you're going to take them out and strain them. After you get them out and strain them, then you're going to transfer your oil from this pan, from this pot, over to this other pot I have here. So we're going to transfer the oil from this pot to this pot, and then we're going to crank the oil up. But if you look in this pot here, you see all these bits and pieces in the bottom. See this stuff here? If you crank this oil up real high, it's going to burn your oil, and then you're going to get a scorched taste on your crackling. So best to drain that, get all the pieces out, put it over here, and just restart. So give me a second, we'll get that going, and I'll show you what it looks like when we fry them. All right, now we got our oil back out of this pan. We got it in this pan here, and it's going to be hot. So we're going to throw them in there and let them fry. And what happened is the pork skins here, you'll start seeing, you can see now, they got little bubbles popping up on them. That means you're frying that skin. You're going to get that skin nice and crisp instead of so hard. It won't be so hard to eat. They'll be a lot crunchier. I'm just doing it in a wok here because really the only thing I had to do outside in. I could have done it in another cast iron or something, but the wok is real nice to do this in. Keep the temperature from getting too hot. We don't want to burn it. So yeah, but you see the white, you see the difference in them here. This is the one I haven't done yet. These are the white bumps on it. Those make it really really nice. Take that off. We don't need that no more. We know our oil is up to temperature. And then all we do is take them out. Once you take them out of here, you put them back over here on your drying rack, and then you will season them while they're hot. So you want to dump them, get all these out. Wind's blowing pretty hard today. But you want to dump these while they're still warm. Put a generous amount of your seasoning on it. And that way it'll stick to them while they're still hot like that. So we're going to load up another batch. Dump them in. Do that. We'll do that until they're finished. And once they're finished, we'll come back and we'll show you the final product. We'll give them a taste test, let you know how they turned out. All right, we're back. The cracklins are done. If you want to come look at these. They're really good, really crispy. They're going to be store-bought every time. They're way better store-bought. Seasoning's good. Make sure you put enough brown sugar in there to get the sweet that you want, you know, to get it to your flavor. Drink a little water here. But anyway, the girls wanted to come say bye, so we're going to do this like we always do. as always, Jesus loves you and so do we. We thank y'all for watching. We thank y'all for supporting our videos. Hope you try these Cracklins. They're very good. And as always, see you next time.
Bye. Bye.
What do you think about them?
They're good.
You know what?
They're good. They're good. Good.
Better than store-bought.
It never tastes as good.
You kind of store-bought before. We eat them all the time.
Sorry. I actually tried them. Hey, you tried one.
You try one, Charlie. See if you like it.
Good.
Is it good?
Like it?
Good, yeah.
Delicious.